Out here starting our day the way that we always do, taking the pups and little Vance for a walk. Good morning, dude. His little hoodie's so cute.
So today's video is sponsored by Squarespace, and we're gonna head back to the shop and give you guys 5 tips for planning your layout. These are mistakes we've made in the past, things we've learned, and really setting the foundation for your van build. Before you get started, you got a plan. Also, the van layout guide, we officially got revamped and it is now all updated, so there's a link below for that. We paid somebody who actually reached out on YouTube to redo all the renderings, and we added the 144 Sprinter layout in there. If you missed that van tour, I'll link that down below. It's our latest van build. And the ProMaster will be in there probably in like a month and a half, because we add every single van layout that we do into that program.
Come on, dogs.
Before we jump into the 5 tips, we're actually going to put all of this in a blog post for you guys, which is linked down in the description below. Fun fact, we actually built our website through Squarespace, and they recently reached out and wanted to sponsor this video. We absolutely love Squarespace. Not only is it easy because they have super nice templates for you to just go in, kind of plug and play. They look really professional, they're mobile friendly, and you can even sell products through their platform. So it's basically an all-in-one amazing platform, and we've used them for years and absolutely love Squarespace. There's a link down in the description box below where you can go check out squarespace.com, get a free trial, and you'll get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So with all that said, thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. We absolutely love you guys. You can check out our website if you want an example of what a Squarespace website looks like. But let's jump into the 5 tips. Tip number 1 is to make a list of priorities. If you're thinking about going full-time or even part-time van life, think about what's important to you. Do you need a place to sit and work? Do you want to be able to shower every day? Do you want to be able to use a toilet easily in your van so you don't have to find somewhere in the middle of the night, especially if you're a female? A little easier for guys to go to the bathroom outside compared to girls. If you're gonna be living in it full time, do you need extra storage for gear, clothing? What are the things that are important to you? What hobbies do you have? So really sit down, especially if you're gonna do it with a partner, and make that list of priorities so you can get on the same page, because that's really gonna determine what's gonna go into your van. So for example, Alex and I, before we started living in a van, our first van, we sat down and had this conversation, and we really decided, yes, we wanted to be able to shower. Yes, I wanted to be able to use a toilet whenever and not have to find somewhere in the middle of the night. We also knew that we needed a place to work, and gear storage really wasn't that important to us. We wanted a closet space, we had a crate for our dogs. All those things were the top 5 priorities for us. So that really determined our layout, which is why we went with a convertible table bed area, why we had a bathroom in our van, why we had a closet. All those things really shaped our layout because that was what was important to us.
Tip number 2 is to remember to plan your design around what you'll be doing in the van 90% of the time, not what you might, maybe, could one time eventually do in your van. On our consult calls, I hear people all the time, well, I'd love to have 3 extra seats in the back of my van so that if I decide to take my grandkids on a trip with me, I can have seatbelts for them. Okay, maybe you might take your grandkids on a trip with you. That's not something that you want to plan your entire design around. This is you, or you and a partner, or you and 3 dogs, or you and 3 cats living in a very small space already. Don't plan for other people that might eventually come on a trip with you, or that one piece of equipment that you might sometimes need to be hauling. Because the space is already small, really prioritize it around what you need every day. When we lay out a design for a client, we really base it on our experience having lived in these vans for over 2 years. What was really functional for us? What storage space wasn't very functional for us? And so really make sure that as you're planning this layout, you're not basing your design around something that you might someday want to do. Instead, plan it around those everyday activities that you know you'll be doing in your van.
Tip number 3 is window placement. Are you gonna install windows in your van? A lot of people buy a cargo van like this ProMaster of our clients. They bought this as a cargo van and actually had 2 windows installed before they brought it to us. And then we installed this smaller vent window back here in the back and a window on the sliding door. Now it's really important to decide where you want these windows and how it's gonna play out in your van build. 3 windows that we always recommend to clients and have installed in our own vans in the past are the 2 back door windows. It's really nice when you're in your bed area, table area, whatever you have in the back, to be able to see out your back windows. Also, when you're driving, it is nice to be able to see out those back windows. And then the sliding door window. Another great thing about having that sliding door window is it's easy to see your blind spot when you're driving. You can look over your right shoulder and see out that window. If you plan on having any seats in the back area, having that window for your kids or whoever's gonna be riding in the back is really nice. Remember, there is such a thing as too many windows. Our first van was a passenger van, and that thing got so hot because windows are the way that most of the heat and the cold is gonna come into your van. So with that said, kind of strategically place your windows where you really want them, and try not to overdo it with the windows.
That was great.
So tip number 4 is to snap a center line in your van. This should be one of the very first things that you do as soon as you either lay down your subfloor, or if you already have a factory installed subfloor, you can go ahead and snap it right away. You're going to want to measure from both sides of the vehicle so that you know that you're in the center of the van, both in the back and in the front and in the middle, and then you're going to use a chalk line. So you want to make sure that everything you're laying out, from your benches to your shower to your cabinets, are all based off of a center line, so that as you're walking through your van, you're not going like this. Oh wait, nothing's straight. So snap a center line, use a chalk box, you'll be awesome.
Chalk box?
Chalk box. Chalk box. So tip number 5, this is really important when it comes to finalizing your cabinet designs. In your cabinets, you might be placing something like this Dometic oven stove combo, ooh, fancy, stainless steel, or something like this isotherm 65 liter Cruise Elegance fridge. Online, when you're ordering stuff, you can often find the dimensions listed on websites like West Marine, which is where we order a lot of our stuff from, but it's really important that you don't design and build your cabinetry off of those measurements. You want to make sure that you get these products in hand so you can touch them, and so you can go ahead and throw a measuring tape on it, because there are variations and some websites don't always have the correct information. A model might have changed, so you might build your entire cabinet thinking that this is 17 5/8, and then it shows up and it's 17 3/8. So you built your cabinet too big and you just wasted 2/8 of an inch, which is a quarter. You want to get real specific. And that wouldn't be a big deal. But say you thought it was 15 inches and then it showed up and it was 17 2/8. That's how we roll, folks. This is what happens in the custom crafted van shop. The point here is that you want to make sure that you have the products in hand before you actually build that awesome cabinet that we built that's sitting inside their van right now, because it's not very fun after you've glued and nailed a cabinet together to then go back through and break it apart and try to put it back together again. It never turns out the same after that. So pro tip, make sure you have the products in hand, design it ahead of time, but don't build it until you actually get the product. Don't mind me, just gotta check on little Vance before I do the outro here.
Aww.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are always trying to give you content that's going to help you with your build, because we can't build everybody's vans. And you might not want me to build your van, and I might not want to build your van. So we hope that you found this useful. These are 5 tips. Again, there's a blog post down below that links to a blog where we talk about these 5 tips. And so this is real. This is how we do it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, then give it a thumbs down and tell us why down below. Because I'm a man. I can take it. Just don't make fun of my kid. That'd be rude. Anyway, love you guys. Hope you enjoyed these videos. We always appreciate you guys watching and liking. Subscribe if you want more van life and Vance life content. And we'll see you guys next time.